Welcome to a new program. Welcome back. It's good to see you. I'm so glad you're here, because if you weren't here, I wouldn't come here. If we didn't have an audience, we wouldn't have a show. And if we didn't have an audience, Aprende Inglés TV wouldn't exist. And if it didn't exist, you wouldn't have access to 24 hours a day of English. And so, but that's not true. You're here, I'm here, because we are establishing a connection. And that connection involves learning English and teaching English. There's one teacher and 1 million learners. I am going to write an email to the Guinness Book of World Records, and I'm going to suggest al Libro Guinness de los Récords Mundiales. I'm going to suggest that they include this class, as the #1 English class in the world in students. One teacher versus 1 million students. Is it possible to make 1 million students learn? It's almost like multiplying the bread and the fish, okay? In Palestinian times, in times of the Bible. And I'm going to multiply with my teaching English learning, all right? You as one person, and your neighbors, and your neighbors' neighbors, your friends and your friends' friends, and we're going to slowly, first arithmetically, then geometrically, and then exponentially, we're going to increase the size of this class, and we're going to teach this entire country to speak English better. Not perfectly, because that's impossible, but to speak it better. And we're going to try to teach this country to understand English perfectly. It will take a few years, but querer es poder. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, donde hay una voluntad, hay un camino, una manera de hacerlo. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there is, pero hago la contracción siempre en esta frase hecha. Where there's a will, there's a way. And so, in my holy crusade, mi Santa Cruzada, in my holy crusade to give you the English language, I intend to succeed. Tengo la intención de triunfar en esta cruzada. I intend to succeed, which means if you try to stop me, you will fail, all right? Because you can't put a good person down and you can't stop a crusader, all right? Which means give up. Don't resist. I don't need resistance. And resistance against me or against the English language is a waste of time. So relax. Don't worry if it takes you a long time to understand me, because eventually, que es a la larga, tarde o temprano, antes o después, eventually, you will start to understand me and my other colleagues in Aprende Inglés TV much better. And you will start to say, ¿será verdad? ¿Tendrá razón este tío? Que dice que al final voy a hacerme con este dichoso idioma inglés, con lo que me gusta el castellano. Okay, con lo fácil que sería que todo el mundo hablara español. I agree with you. But I'm going to be with you every day, including Saturday and Sunday, sometimes 2 or 3 times every day, hasta en la sopa. So, you have no excuse not to improve. And I'm not asking you to do anything except to sit down and watch and to absorb. And you don't need to make an effort. You don't even, ni siquiera tienes que hacer un esfuerzo para entender. You don't even need to make an effort to understand. You simply need to stay near the television in which the sound of my voice is reaching your ear and slowly caressing it and opening it. And after 6 months, 9 months, you will say, my English is better. Me noto mucho mejor. And that's just simply by the fuerza de los golpes auditivos constantes. Even if you're reading a magazine or a newspaper in Spanish, keep this television on, with this program on, and you will notice after several months that you understand better, even if you have never stopped to listen. Voy a parar de leer las revistas en español y escuchar a este tío hablando. No, that's not necessary. Just simply stay near the noise. Okay, are you ready to start? I have 2 students today, and I'm wearing a shirt I hate. I don't like this shirt. It's not I didn't buy it. The people here in the studio bought the shirt. The people here in the studio, the technical people, they said, Richard, you need to expand your wardrobe, ampliar el vestuario. And so they went to a department store and bought 1, 2, 3, 4. They bought 4 shirts. And they are obligating me to wear this. En inglés no diría yo eso. En español se me obligan a llevar esta camisa. Yo diría, they are making me wear. Making me wear. También es correcto. They are obligating me to wear. Y ahí tienes la libertad de insertar el to que tanto os gusta. Obligating me to wear. They are making me wear this shirt today. I don't really like it. When I look at myself in the television screen, I don't like it. But I remember when I was a little boy, 3 years old, my mother always put shirts on I didn't like. And I need to be careful for the sound. She always buttoned it at the top. Okay, and I didn't like it. But my mother did it. Perrerías así al pobre niño. And now, the people here in the studio are doing the same thing. But, es el signo de los profesores de inglés de televisión. We have to say yes. So, shall we start? Are you ready? I have 2 people with me. 2 people you know, I think. Okay, sitting on my right is Maria Jose. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Do you speak English?
I do.
What color is your hair?
Brown.
It's brown. What is that your natural color?
No, it's not.
What is the natural color of your hair? Black?
Dark brown.
Dark brown, okay. And how long have you been dyeing your hair?
Oh, I don't remember.
No?
Maybe 10 years.
For 10 years?
For 10 years.
Okay, ask me if I have ever dyed my hair.
Have you ever dyed your hair?
Never. Never. I've never dyed my hair. Ask me if I have ever worn makeup.
Did you ever?
Have you?
Have you ever worn makeup?
Y si dijeras, did you ever wear makeup? Eso lo puedes decir a mi lápida. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Porque ya no vivo. ¿Alguna vez llevaste maquillaje, Richard, durante tu vida? It means I'm not living. A no ser que precisaras el. Did you ever wear makeup in the 1990s? Did you ever wear makeup when you lived in the United States? Ahora, si quieres saber si hasta ahora en mi vida me he puesto maquillaje en la cara, have you ever worn? Ask me if I have ever worn makeup.
Have you ever worn makeup?
No, I've never worn makeup except on television. Now, tell me to ask our friend what his name is.
Ask our friend what is his name. What his name is.
One more time.
Ask our friend what his name is.
Hello.
Hello, my name is José.
No he preguntado todavía.
I'm sorry.
What's your name?
My name is José Félix.
Jose Felix. Is that a compound name or a single name?
It's a compound name.
All right. How long have you had that name?
Since I was born.
Born or born?
Born.
Ah, were you born in Burgos?
Yes, I was.
Were you born in a hospital?
Yes, I was.
Were you born on a Tuesday?
I don't know.
You don't know. What month were you born in?
In February.
I was born?
I was born in February.
February, no, Febu.
I was born in February.
Good. Okay, were you born in the morning or in the evening?
I think I was born in the morning.
Okay, ask Maria Jose if she knows how to swim.
María José, do you know how to swim?
Swim, no, swim. Swim, ese. Susana está asustada porque swim todos los días. Swim. Swim, no swim.
Okay. María José, do you know how to swim?
No, bueno, no colocas bien la lengua. Swim.
Swim.
Good. Hey, do you?
I do.
Ask her how old she was when she learned how to swim.
How old were you when you learned to swim?
I think I was 10 years old.
Ask her if she learned to swim in the ocean.
Did you learn to swim in the ocean?
Swim.
Swim?
No, swim. Mira, la punta de la lengua. ¿Eh?
Yeah.
Okay, swim. La lengua, mira, esta parte, no la punta, pero la parte justo en la plataforma de arriba, la primera zona, en la parte de arriba, se coloca suavemente en esa parte de la encía, justo detrás de los dientes frontales. Y Swim.
Swim.
Good. Susie.
Susie.
Sister.
Sister.
Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, la Capilla Sistina. Sistine Chapel. All right.
Swim.
Swim. Repeat.
Swim.
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 Susie swims.
Susie swims.
Okay, good. Now, ask her if she learned to swim in the ocean.
Did you learn to swim in the ocean?
Swim.
No, I didn't.
Ask her if she learned to swim in a swimming pool.
Did you learn to swim at the swimming pool?
In a
swimming pool?
No, I didn't.
Uy, o sea, hay que ir despacio con tu fonética y con mucho cuidado, mucho mimo. She didn't. Ask her if she learned to swim in a river.
Did you learn to swim in a river?
Yes, I did.
Ah, I thought you were going to say in a bañera or something, to a bathtub. Okay. Okay. Now tell her to ask me how old I was when I learned to swim.
Ask him how old was
How
him.
old
Ask him how old was him. He was, sorry.
Tell her to ask me how old I was when I learned to swim, or how to swim. Ambos valen.
Ask him how old he was when he learned to swim.
¿Por qué dejas fuera siempre la D de old? Siempre. How old he was? No, how old he was. Okay, ask me.
How old were you when you learned to swim?
I think about 4 years old or 5. 4 or 5 years old. Ask me if I know how to play tennis.
Do you know how to play tennis?
Yes, I do. Ask me if I know how to play chess.
Do you know how to play chess?
Yes, I do. Ask me if I know how to play damas.
Do
¿Cómo se
you
dice?
know?
How do you say damas in English?
I don't know.
Ladies?
No.
Ask me how to say damas in English.
How do you say damas in English?
Checkers.
Checkers.
Como la palabra comprobar. Check. Checkers. Ask me how old I was when I learned how to play checkers.
How old were you when you learned to play checkers?
Fíjate, José Félix, como dice, how old were you? Lo has oído, la D.
Yes.
How old were. How old were you? Repeat.
How old were you when you learned how to play checkers?
Aprende. Okay, I was probably 7 or 8 years old. Ask me how old I was when I learned how to play chess.
How old were you when you learned to play chess?
Okay. Con learn puedes poner how old o dejarlo fuera, da igual. I was about 12, no, younger. I was about 10 when I learned how to play chess. Ask me how old I was when I learned how to play Monopoly.
How old were you when you learned to play Monopoly?
Monopoly, decís aquí, ¿no? Monopoly. Probably 8 years old when I learned to play Monopoly. Ask me how old I was when I learned how to teach English.
How old were you when you learned how to teach English?
I was 22 when I began to learn how to teach English. Ask me how long it took me to learn to teach English.
How long did it take you to learn to teach English?
It took me 20 years to learn to teach English well. Okay. Ask me how old I was when I learned how to ride a bike.
How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike?
Learned how? I think I was about 8. Yeah, ask me if I remember when I learned how to ride.
Do you remember when you learned how to ride?
Yes, I do. Ask me if it took me a long time.
Did it take you a long time?
A long time.
A long time?
Yes, it did. Ask me why it took me so long to learn how to ride a bike. Why?
Why did it take you so long to learn to ride a bike?
Because nobody helped me. Ask me if my mother didn't help me.
Why
Didn't your mother?
Didn't your mother help you?
Perdona, no entendí.
Didn't your mother help you?
No, she didn't. Ask me if my father didn't help me.
Did your father Didn't your father help you?
No te ayudó tu padre. No, he didn't. Ask me if my sister didn't help me.
Did your sister?
Didn't.
Didn't. So
Mira,
it's negative.
pregúntame si mi hermana no me ayudó. No te ayudó tu hermana. Ask me if my sister didn't help me.
Didn't your sister help you?
Your ¿qué es?
Didn't your sister?
Didn't
your sister help you?
No, she didn't. I did it alone, with nobody's help. Ask me how long it took me to learn how to ride a bike.
How long did it take you
To learn?
to learn to ride a bike?
Probably about 2 months to learn to ride a bike.
2 months.
I don't remember, but it took me a long time. Maybe it took me 2 weeks. It seemed like 2 months. Because when you're a little boy, when you're a child, time moves more slowly.
Yes.
All right. And ask me where I lived at that time.
Where did you live at that time?
I lived on Cloverdale Street in Houston, Texas. Okay. Ask me if I have good memories from those days.
Do you have great memories of
No, I
those
know
days?
you're great. Ain't you good?
Do you have good memories of that
From
those days?
I have very good memories from those days. Memories. Yes, I have very good memories from those days. Great memories. Okay. Ask me if I had a job when I was living on that street.
Did you have a job when you lived in that street? On that street?
Sometimes I did. I sold lemonade and popcorn on the street. Yes, I was a businessman.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I can show you pictures. Yeah. Ask me if I made a lot of money.
Did you make a lot of money?
No, I didn't. Ask me why.
Why didn't you make a lot of money?
Because normally I drank the lemonade and ate the popcorn myself. All right. So I was eating my own merchandise, my own inventory. I was consuming it. Ask me if I still like lemonade and popcorn.
Do you still like lemonade, popcorn?
And popcorn?
And popcorn?
Yes, I do. Tell Maria Jose to ask me when the last time was I ate popcorn.
Ask him when was the last time he ate corn?
No, corn, nada. Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Palomitas.
Popcorn.
When was the last time you ate popcorn?
2 weeks ago. Ask me who made it for me.
Who made it for you?
My wife did. Ask me if she makes popcorn well.
Does he make popcorn well?
I don't know if she's watching. No. No. Ask me if I know how to make popcorn better than my wife.
Do you know how to make popcorn better than your wife?
Yes, I do. Ask me why I know how to make popcorn better than my wife.
What do you know that you make?
No. Ask me why I know how to make popcorn better than my wife.
Why
you know?
do you know
how
to make popcorn better than your wife?
¿Por qué sabes hacerlo mejor? No?
Yes.
Why do you know how to make it better? Repeat.
Yes. Why do you know how to make it better?
Because I have more experience. Yeah, it's a question of experience.
Yes.
It's also a question of sensitivity. Do you understand? Sensibilidad. El punto. Yeah. Just the right amount of oil. Not too much, not too little. Ask me if my wife always uses too much oil.
Does your wife always use too much oil?
No, she doesn't. Ask me if she normally doesn't use enough.
Does she normally use enough oil?
No, she doesn't use enough. All right, she doesn't find what you call el punto. Okay, that requires sensitivity that only a man has, right?
Right.
That's why all the chefs in the restaurants are men. Mm-hmm. How many female chefs do you know? But chefs.
I don't know any.
There are a few, yeah. But every chef will tell you that their mother, they learn from their mother, okay? But in any case, no, I make better popcorn than my wife does. Tell Jose Felix to ask me when the last time was I made my own popcorn.
Ask Richard when was the last time he made popcorn.
Himself.
When was the last time you made popcorn for his wife, for your wife?
For my wife, never.
For yourself?
Yeah, for myself. I was about 2 or 3 months ago. I made popcorn myself and for my wife. Ask me if my wife eats popcorn when I make it.
Does your wife eat popcorn when you make it?
Yes, she does. Ask me if she trusts me.
Does she trust you?
She checks it to make sure I didn't add any strange ingredients like poison or something. Yeah, ask me if I've ever tried to poison my wife.
Did you ever?
No, sigo vivo.
Have you ever tried to poison your wife?
No, I haven't. No. Ask me if my wife has ever tried to poison me.
Has your wife ever tried to poison you?
I don't think so, but you can never know. You never know. Yeah, I check things just in case. Ask me if I check everything I eat and drink.
Do you check everything you eat and drink?
No, I don't. Only from time to time. You say verificación aleatoria, periódica? From time to time. We used to call it a spot check. Spot, como una mancha.
Yes.
Spot check. I perform spot checks for poison, just in case. Ask me if I think my wife would like to poison me.
Do you think your wife would like to poison you?
I think from time to time she probably would she feels like poisoning me. All right?
Sure.
But I really, honestly, I don't think she's ever tried. Okay? Ask me if I check the cupboards looking for poison.
Do you check the cupboards looking for poison?
Yes. Ask me if I have ever found poison in the cupboards.
Have you ever found poison in the cupboards?
Cupboards.
Cupboards?
Los armarios de la cocina, yes. Yeah. There is poison there. Ask me what kind of poison it is.
What kind of poison it is? Is it?
Repeat, please.
What kind of poison is it?
It's a rat poison. Ask me if there are rats in our house. Or mice. It's for mice. Para ratones. Ask me if there are mice in our house. Are there?
Are there mice in your house?
No, there aren't. Ask me what kind of poison it is.
What kind of poison is it?
It's strychnine. You understand?
Yes.
It's strychnina. Ask me what strychnine smells like.
What does
strychnine smell like? I don't know. I don't know. Ask me what the name of the rat poison is.
What is the name of the rat poison?
The Last Supper. Do you understand? La
Yes.
Última Cena. Okay, it's for the rats, not for me. Okay, it's called The Last Supper. Okay. Do you have that poison in your house?
No, I don't have.
Ask him if he has rats in his house.
Do you have rats in your house?
No, I don't have.
Ask him. No, I don't. No, I don't. No completes el verbo si no vas a completar la frase entera. Do you have rats in your house? No, I don't have rats in my house. Or, no, I don't. Pero no digas no, I don't have, no, parando ahí. Okay?
Okay.
Siempre, el verbo auxiliar. Did you see a rat yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Do you have rats in your house?
No, I don't.
Good. Ask him if he has mice in his house.
Do you have mice in your house?
No, I don't.
Ask him how many computers he has.
How many computers do you have?
I have one.
Ask him if the computer has a mouse.
Does the computer have mouse?
A mouse.
A mouse?
Yes, it does.
So ask him how many mice he has in his house.
How many mice do you have in your house?
I have one.
Okay, but you can't use
I
the
was
Last
thinking
Supper.
about other kind of mouse.
Another kind of mouse. All right, good. Now, ask me if my wife is going to see this program.
Is your wife going to see this program?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know if your wife is going to see this program.
Probably. Ask me what she's going to say when she hears me talking about poison. Ask me what my wife is going to say when she sees this program.
What is your wife going to say when she sees this program?
She's probably going to say, "Hey, you're giving me ideas." Okay. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Okay.
It's a joke of yours.
No, it's not. I'm dead serious. Okay. Yeah. Ask me if I think my wife has ever considered killing me.
Do you think your wife has ever considered killing you?
Seriously, no. No. Okay. She's felt like killing me. Ask me if I have ever felt like killing my wife.
Have you ever felt like killing your wife?
¿Sí he tenido ganas? No, no, I've never felt like killing my wife. Never, never, never. Okay. And ask him if he has ever felt like killing his sister. ¿Cómo?
Have you ever felt like killing your sister?
No, I haven't.
Espera, me gusta mucho la T al final de felt y me gusta oírla.
Okay. Have you ever felt like killing your sister?
No, I haven't.
Your sister? No, your sister.
Your sister.
You haven't? Ask me if I have ever felt like killing Marco. Have you?
Have you ever felt like killing Marco?
¿Sí he tenido ganas de matar al técnico de plató? No, I haven't. No, está diciendo. No, I've never felt yet. Todavía no. I've never felt like killing Marco yet, but you never know. But he's telling me I have to stop, which means I have to stop. So if you don't see Marco in the next time, it means during the break. Okay. But we'll be back in 5 minutes, so stay close to your television set, because the next half hour, I think, is going to be interesting and productive.